Welcome and thanks for joining. Today we'll be talking about the vRealize True Visibility Suite. We'll talk about why that came to be. We'll talk about what the True Visibility Suite is, and then some common use cases we can, once we have the True Visibility Suite configured and installed into vRealize operations, we'll go through all of those things. But first of all, let's talk about why the True Visibility Suite was created. First of all, we asked some of our customers kind of some common challenges they had. What keeps them up at night, and what could we do to help? And what we came back with was these three kind of big things from a lot of our customers. Number one being there were just too many tools that they were using. Every application or everything that they have has their own tool. Sometimes we run into siloed teams, and each team has their own tool for kind of managing their infrastructure. They might be using vRealize operations for their virtual layers, but when it comes to other layers throughout their environment, everyone had different tools. We also find that there was a lot of slow root cause analysis going on, meaning it just took a long time for us to find out what is going on if there is a challenge that arises with the environment. With those different teams that have all these different tools, we have to collaborate and try to find some sort of root cause analysis here, or find the root cause of whatever is going on, and that just took too long. And thirdly, we were being very reactive instead of being proactive. We just kind of let everything go until something goes wrong and then try to fix it at that point. It runs into a lot of fire drills. Again, since we have these tools, or so many tools, we're still running into slow root cause analysis, and we're spending all of our time fighting fires rather than making sure we have everything in place so we can spend time on other projects. So the True Visibility Suite was created with all of those in mind, to try to say, we need this one place where we can have everything for throughout our environment. We need to look at that all in one place. And so we created the True Visibility Suite, and what that is a collection of management packs that can be installed into vRealize operations, be that on-prem or the cloud versions. And really, it kind of takes everything in the environment, from applications or storage or network, compute, and database. And some of these are now entitled for customers. We'll get into that here in just a moment. But really what this does then is give us that end-to-end visibility throughout our environment, and gives us one place, our common source we can all go look at. Even if there are some siloed teams, we can still use the same tools to kind of look through the entire environment, and use it then for collaborative management between these teams, to really find out if there's any sort of challenges arising. We can find that root cause quickly. We can use one tool, and we can be a little more proactive on things, because we can start using this in connection with all of our virtual objects that are being brought in through vRealize operations already. Now, we mentioned that these are a collection of management packs, or the suite is a collection of management packs for customers on vRealize operations cloud. It's as simple as going to the repository, finding these True Visibility Suite management packs here, and clicking on the Get button. Pretty simple to do. For any of the on-prem customers out there, there is a manual install that has to happen. You can download the management packs and install them manually, but that's still one step. It's just one pack file that gets directly installed into vRealize operations on-prem. I also want to point out, once these management packs are installed, it's pretty straightforward and simple to configure. In most cases, we just need host information and username and password information. In certain cases, we might need a certain port, or in case of Microsoft SQL Server like we have here, we need the instance name. For the most part, it's pretty simple. We can use read-only usernames in order to connect. Now, these management packs also do have advanced settings that can be configured. In the case of Docker, we can look at including containers or VM-only collection. In the case of SQL Server, we can change our maximum query resources if we want to pull the top 10, top 50. Our active queries, we can choose SSL configurations. We can set our connections pool sizes, or our timeouts, and that sort of thing. So each of these management packs will have different advanced settings depending on the technology that we're utilizing there. So now that we know why the True Visibility Suite was created in the first place, we know from a high level what the True Visibility Suite is. Let's talk about what we can do with that information. The screenshot here on the slide basically just shows the kind of network of relationships we can build once we have these management packs installed. All of the management packs do go out and discover these relationships automatically. Therefore, we can find out from top to bottom what a specific blade VM is sitting on or a host is sitting on, the VMs associated with that host. We can find out our data store. From the data store, we can make the relationship to the storage volume, to any other applications, to the networking devices. Be to the switch itself, to the port it's utilizing. So we can make these relationships and really kind of draw that end-to-end map of where everything is sitting and where it is in relationship to the other pieces of our infrastructure. So let's talk about what is and is not included in the True Visibility Suite. I did want to bring this up because prior to a change that was made, there were some management packs that were in the True Visibility Suite that are no longer considered a part of this suite, and those being the compute and storage management packs that we're looking at now. So at this time, these management packs that are on the screen are actually entitled for all users of vRealize operations with a valid license key, meaning the vRealize operations key. So there's no extra additional investment for any of these management packs. They just need to be installed and configured. As I mentioned, I wanted to bring these up because these were previously in the True Visibility Suite, but are no longer there in TVS and are entitled to all customers of vRealize operations. Now, the True Visibility Suite itself comprises of an advanced and an enterprise level. For the advanced tier, there is everything that is connectors, so it'd be SCOM, Nagios, Oracle Enterprise Manager, SolarWinds, all of our network offerings, so that'd be from Cisco, RISA, F5 Big IP or load balancers, as well as a generic or a more generic networking devices pack that connects through SNMP. So anything that's utilizing SNMP, we can collect from for that networking devices, as well as virtualization containers. So anyone utilizing Hyper-V or IBM PowerVC or HMC, as well as Docker and Citrix virtual apps and desktops. The enterprise level goes up to all the databases. So that'd be SQL Server, Oracle Database, MySQL, so on. And then applications. And so that's going to be IIS or Microsoft IIS, JBoss, as well as ServiceNow, which I think is going to be very popular. ServiceNow is there's a two-way alerting feature here, so we'll be going between vRealize operations and ServiceNow at the CMDB. We can get alerts going back and forth both ways, so that's pretty great. That's something we can talk about in a different video, probably not today. Now, the advanced tier here does require vRealize Operations Advanced or Enterprise, and the Enterprise tier requires vRealize Operations Enterprise. Now, Enterprise does include Advanced as well, so that Enterprise tier does include everything on the screen at the moment. Now, there's also another option here just for the sake of flexibility. If someone did want to purchase a whole tier, we can go through it and pick out technology modules as well. So if someone just wanted to get all the networking features, maybe that's from the management pack for networking devices or just at Cisco, we can go through and just purchase just the network technology module and get just those management packs that are part of that module as well, and not have to worry about getting the connectors or virtualization or databases or applications. So we can just pick out modules just for more flexibility. At this point, let's go ahead and jump into vRealize operations just to show a quick demo of one specific dashboard, just to get a feel for what these look like, or some of these management packs look like once they're installed and configured. I just want to show a quick dashboard here that shows a little bit of the graphical relationships between objects in vRealize operations. So the top portion here, we have our data center, our cluster, our host, our virtual machine, and our data store. And this is happens to be a vSAN data store, and we'll see that here in a moment once I scroll down here. But they're there are a plethora of information, a wealth of information on each of these objects, from costing and capacity, predictive analytics. Lots of things go in here. So again, this is a bit of an oversimplification of some of these out-of-the-box objects we get, or once we've got things connected and configured. There's a lot of information there, but we're just kind of looking at this from a relationship standpoint. And so we can see all of our objects here once we get those configured. If I scroll down, we're going to see a lot more detail here, and we can still see the same pieces. We still get our data center, we still get our host, we still get our virtual machine and our data store. Only now we've got some other objects we've got added in here once we've got some management packs installed from the True Visibility Suite. So if we start here on the left side of our virtual machine and our host, off of our host here we can see that we have a Cisco UCS blade. We can see our Cisco UCS fabric interconnects. We can see our chassis over here that those blades are sitting in. And we can also look and see that there is a tag here that's letting us know that looks like there might be some Citrix on desktop machines also connected to this host. We know we've got service discovery running, so we've got IIS, or Microsoft IIS, as a service type. We can see that over again here on the right side. Again, our IIS as a service. We also see the other tags that are associated with our fabric interconnects here that are there as well. But we can see all different tags and might be related to this virtual machine. On the right side, again, we have our data store here, and we're looking at the disk groups, the cache disks, and the capacity disks of that disk group as well. And if I scroll a little bit down a little further, we can also see this virtual machine is running an instance of Microsoft SQL Server. So we've got that. We can see our databases off that. We can expand those and see our databases. We can see our SQL queries that are running. Right now it's just configured to get the top 10 queries here that are running. We can see our weight types as well, or any of our jobs that are running on our SQL Server instance. We can see our switch. So we've got a Cisco switch that is here that is associated or running the traffic for our virtual machine. We could look through at any of the ports we wanted. We could expand that and look at the 148 different ports that are on this particular switch we're looking at. And then again, our Microsoft IIS is down here as well, so we can see our sites, our catalogs, our applications coming off of Microsoft IIS. So once we've got some of these management packs that are installed and configured, we're going to start picking up all of these different objects from these various services that are running with this virtual machine or the host or within that cluster. Now, just like above, there's also a plethora of information we could find from all of these different objects, right? If we look at SQL Server, for example, we could jump in any of these SQL queries. We can even look into our the query plan itself. We can look into our run times and how long we're taking to run these queries. We can look at those databases themselves and get information on our capacity as well, or various other metrics come along with that. And just like the pieces that come with out-of-the-box vRealize operations, there's also going to be dashboards, there's going to be reports that we can utilize that predictive analytics engine and get that information from all of our True Visibility Suite objects as well. So all of that can be installed, configured, and then we can give that end-to-end visibility between all of your objects, whether it's virtual objects coming into vRealize already, whether it be hardware or software. In this case, we're running on vSAN, but if we were running on, say, NetApp storage or Pure Storage, something like that, we'd then be able to get all the information as well as all the metrics from those objects as well. One last slide to cover here. If anyone is interested in learning more, go to vmware.com/go/tvs. That is the True Visibility product page. There also is the Solutions Exchange, as well as the Code Exchange or the Sample Exchange. There are a number of custom dashboards that have been submitted here that are available to download. They go through a number of different topics that correspond with quite a few of the True Visibility Suite management packs. There also is a link for the trial at the bottom. And then on the far left there is an email address if anyone wants to email us as well. That's all for today. Be sure to check out the vRealize True Visibility Suite. Thanks for watching.